Welcome to your next. I'm America's leading exit authority, Jerome Myers, your host, and I help founders navigate the emotional and psychological side of business transitions. Because selling your business isn't the end, it's a portal to your next evolution. I meet a lot of founders who tell me the same thing. They say, Jerome, I don't need help with my exit. I've got it under control. I just need to find the right buyer, close the deal, and move on. And I get it. You've built your business by figuring things out on your own. You've solved impossible problems, outworked the competition, and made decisions most people couldn't handle. So when someone suggests that you might need help exiting, it feels almost offensive. Like, what do you mean I can't do this myself? But here's the truth. The same independence that made you successful is the very thing that could make your exit very painful. Because the exit isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. And no one transforms alone. Let's talk about the illusion of control. As founders, we get addicted to control. We control the vision, the decisions, the outcome. We built the company that way, and it worked. But control is not the same as clarity. You can model your EBITDA, you can forecast your deal terms, but you can't spreadsheet your emotion. When I talk to founders who are close to an exit, what they really want isn't just a deal, it's a guarantee. A guarantee that the sale will go through, a guarantee that their team will be okay, a guarantee that they'll wake up afterwards and still feel fulfilled. But transformation doesn't come with warranties. There's no guaranteed ROI on self-discovery, no signed contract that ensures peace of mind. And when you chase that guarantee, you end up stuck, sitting on the fence between who you were and who you're becoming. Let's dig into the trust gap. The reason most founders go in alone isn't pride, it's fear. You've been burned before by partners, advisors, employees, maybe even people you trusted most. So you start believing that no one can understand your business or your burden. And here's what happens next. You stop talking about what you're feeling. You convince yourself that no one is going through this. You confuse being in control with being safe. But that's not safety. That's isolation. Real safety doesn't come from control, it comes from trust. Trust in people you've walked this path before. I encourage you to trust in people who've walked this path before. Trust in frameworks that bring order to the chaos. Trust in yourself to ask for help before it's too late. When you go it alone, you protect your ego, but you risk your peace. You end up rich in cash flow, but poor in clarity. And I've seen it too many times. Founders who sell their business, but can't buy back their sense of purpose. The founder's exit paradox. This is what I call the founder's exit paradox. You think you're selling your company, but what you're selling is a version of yourself that no longer fits. That's where the struggle begins. You can structure the perfect deal, optimize taxes, lock in rollover equity, and still wake up 6 months later wondering, who am I now? Because the business was never just a business. It was proof that you matter, that you could overcome, that you could control the outcome. But when it's gone, the validation goes with it. That's why we created frameworks like the Next Intensive and the Neo Navigator, not to make the decision for you, but to help you walk through it with clarity and composure, to help you turn uncertainty into alignment. Because you can't avoid the emotional side of the exit. You can only prepare for it. Now let's dig into this guarantee fallacy. Every founder that I know loves the word guarantee. Every client that I know, every consumer that I know loves the word guarantee. I've had people ask me, Jerome, can you guarantee the process will work? Can you guarantee I'll be fulfilled afterwards? And my answer is always the same, no, because growth doesn't come with guarantees. But I can guarantee you this. If you try to do it alone, it will cost you more money. But I can guarantee you this. If you try to do it alone, it will cost you more than money. It will cost you your peace, your relationships, your clarity. What we do in this work is not about eliminating risks. It's about reducing regret. You can't control the market, the buyer, or the timeline, but you can control how you show up for it. You can't control whether you face it equipped or empty. Now, there are a lot of objections for people out there who are thinking about working with us. I hear them all the time. I don't want anyone to know I'm thinking about selling. I get that. Privacy matters, but secrecy isolates. You need space where you can speak truth without fear. Anyone to know I'm thinking about selling. I get that. Privacy matters, but secrecy isolates. You need a space where you can speak truth without fear that it'll leak into the boardroom. Another one. No one understands my business. You're right. They probably don't. But this isn't about your business. It's about you, the person who built it, the person who's now asking what's next. And the fact of the matter is, we get you. We understand founders better than anybody else on the planet. I figured out when I get there, exits don't reward improvisation. They reward preparation, both financially and emotionally. I just need to get through this next deal first. That's what every founder says before they burn out. They have the health scare or the broken relationship. You don't need another win. You need to get alignment. And then the big one, man. I don't trust anyone. You've earned that distrust, but you can't heal in doubling down on isolation. The next level of success depends on your next level of trust. And if there's frameworks that are proven and experts who understand your problem better than you do, how could you not trust them? So here's my invitation. Stop trying to carry it alone. Independence built your empire, but interdependence will build your legacy. You don't need another consultant, you need a guide. You don't need another financial model, you need a framework. And you don't need a guarantee, you need trust. If you're thinking about your exit, if you're in a quiet place between curiosity and commitment, start by taking the exit readiness assessment. It's not about selling your company, it's about understanding where you are in the process. And when you're ready to go deeper, let's walk through the next intensive together. A process designed to bring order to the emotional, strategic, and financial dimensions of your transition. Because this isn't about getting out, it's about getting through. You've already proven you can build something great. Now the question is, can you build something lasting? The next chapter of your story isn't about revenue, it's about redemption. It's about rediscovering who you are when you no longer need to prove anything. You built it alone, but you can't exit alone. And you don't have to, because your dreams should be real. Thanks again for listening to Your Next. If this episode hit home, share it with a founder who needs to hear it. To explore your readiness for exit, I encourage you to take the exit readiness assessment at theexitparadox.com/ERA. And if you're ready to turn your exit into the greatest opportunity, visit Exit to Excellence so that you can find out more about the next intensive. Until the next time, your dream should be real.